Hey there, guys. Welcome to Bedtime Stories with Brad and
Braden.
And this week's edition comes from the Wresting Superstars magazine from fall 1986. And this interview is with Nord the Barbarian. It is a superstar interview with Nord the Barbarian. Braden will do the questions as I answer the questions as Nord the Barbarian. The transition from John Nord, Mr. Nice Guy USA, to Nord the Barbarian happened too fast for many wrestling fans to notice. When we first saw Nord, he was under the professional tutelage of Vern Gagne and Brad Braden, and wooing the fans with his quietly kinetic brand of grappling, turning back the challenges of veterans like gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and Jake Milliman. A thorough nice guy to a thoroughly nice start. As Ric Flair would say, woo! Apparently, nice wasn't the adjective Nord had in mind. By dropping the John and adding a barbarian, Nord implemented a style shift that has left wrestling fans limp with horror and disappointment. It worked, however, and Nord the Barbarian emerged as one of 1985's whopping success stories by outpointing Kendall Windham for Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Rookie of the Year. Nord demonstrated quite dramatically his intention to become a force in professional wrestling. Questions regarding Nord's motivation remain. Why did the big, soft-spoken fan favorite out of Bozeman, Montana, suddenly decide to embrace the dark side of the sport? What prompted him to leave the AWA for the Mid-South and build a reputation that is half man, half beast? Assistant editor Eddie Elner examines the netherworld of John Nord the Barbarian and attempted to untangle the sordid circumstances of the Giant's brief career.
Nord, when we introduced you last year as John Nord, you claimed a friendship with New Jersey Generals football star Herschel Walker. You credited him with an influence in your life and giving you direction. Have you and Walker talked since your change?
Herschel Walker is an insignificant pawn shuffled about by corporate megalomaniacs. How can I respect a man who allows others to make his decisions for him?
That is strong vocabulary from a man who barks out his televised interviews.
I'm a college graduate, bozo. I learned I can better communicate my wrath through guttural noise. It's more effective.
Some would contend you have trouble making your own decisions. You decided to shuck football for the ring. It was your decision. You can come on strong as a fan favorite. Then you go down to the Mid-South and poof, you're a barbarian. After winning Rookie of the Year, you returned to the AWA and considered changing your style again. Then you meet Sheik Adnan Al-Qasi and call under his influence. Were these all your decisions?
Of course they were. I knew all along I was meant to rage.
What was the Sheik's influence upon you?
The Sheik opened up different avenues of action for me. He allowed me to explore possibilities I otherwise would have left uninvestigated. I realized my ambition was not to pander to fans and promoters. That is why I wasn't cut out for a career in football. It was foolish to rely on 30 other men to ensure my success. If I do my job, I want the rewards. If some incompetent fumbles the ball away after I play my heart out, I go crazy. The Sheik and I work together toward common goals, but he doesn't control me. I control myself.
Does it bother John Nord, American, that the Sheik has applauded the recent terrorist bombings that have claimed so many American lives?
John Nord is dead. The Barbarian lives and he only cares about himself. The Sheik is politically bent, and that's his business. I care only about destruction in the ring. It's time my true nature was revealed. I've been playing the gentle giant my whole life. I hated the role. Every now and then I'd get the urge to squash someone like a grape. I had no reason for it. It was just instinctual. But I didn't. I'd suppress their overwhelming urge by going into the weight room and throwing barbells around. I thought I was crazy. Now I know I'm crazy. Crazy to let anyone or anything stand in my way of big money, glory, and victory. Americans dying overseas. Who gives a damn? Not me, that's for sure.
You are crazy.
And that's the truth.
What did Bruiser Brody do for you?
We didn't play canasta, fella. Brody showed me what it takes to win in the ring. He enhanced my understanding and rule breaking. I couldn't believe some of the things he does. I owe him a debt of gratitude. The man is a maestro of brutality. I will take his knowledge, refine it, and expand it on until I become the most fearsome force to ever step into the ring.
You sound as if you're ready to take on the Road Warriors by yourself.
Don't laugh. I'm considering the possibilities. Ellering would never allow it, though. He knows if I win, the Legion of Doom's reputation would go down the sewer.
So that's what Ellering thinks.
I'm content on teaming with Boris Zukov. The Warriors feel they can double team Zukov and ignore me. Let them think that. Zukov is an excellent wrestler who will surprise many people before his wrestling days are through. And for sheer strategic genius, there is no one like the Sheik. He makes Ellering look like a schoolboy. We will smash the Warriors legend into oblivion. You're looking at the wrestler of this century and next.
To be honest with you, Nord, I don't know what I'm looking at. Your brief career has so many contractions, I'm hesitant to guess what you might do next week. For all I know, you might join the Professional Bowlers Tour.
Don't worry about me. There's no guesswork involved in my career. For the next 3 decades, I'll be the one in the ring with his hand raised high in victory. You'll see so much of me that I'll become your worst nightmare. I'm here to stay.
You anticipate wrestling until you are 60 years of age. Don't you think that pushing the scales of credibility?
I am in superb physical condition. Once a year, the Sheik and the Mongolian Stopper go on retreat to a natural spring, spa tucked into a crevice in Mount Everest. I will join them this year. The rejuvenating features of the spa are remarkable. If I told you how old the Sheik really is, you would never believe it. I will say his wisdom is a reflection of his experience, which is vast and ancient. Not only will I be wrestling in my 60s, but that is when I will probably reach my peak.
So time has less meaning for you than it does for most.
Untrue. I mean, they accomplish something every day. Idle talk is a sign of weakness.
What about Stan Hansen's AWA Championship? Ever consider going after that?
I respect Stan Hansen. I would hate to take his belt from him. Right now, my efforts will go toward ridding my world of the Road Warriors and Sergeant Slaughter. That should keep me occupied for at least 3 months.
If Herschel Walker approached you on the street, what would you do?
I would have no choice but to knock him down. I won't tolerate weakness by any individual. I won't be reminded of my own weakness. Remember, I am Nord the Barbarian. I am indestructible. I will not be stopped. Arrgh. All right, guys, that is this week's edition of Bedtime Stories with Brad Braden from the Wresting Superstars magazine, fall 1986. You can check these videos out at onewrestlingvideo.com and check us out on our YouTube at Brad's Collection and Braden's Toy Show. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.